All right. I would like to ask all of you to please rise as Mr. Seth Engel performs the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I don't know how anyone could follow that. Seniors, you can sit. Good evening, and welcome to tonight's celebration of the success of the Chester County Technical College High School class of 2022. I would like to take this time to extend a special welcome to the parents and guests of our seniors. I know how much you have all looked forward to this evening and how important it is to all of you. First, I would like to recognize and welcome a few of the following honored guests and participants. Joining me tonight, Dr. George Fiore, Director of the Chester County Intermediate Unit. Dr. Steve Gearhart, Assistant Director of the Chester County Intermediate Unit. Dr. Kirk Williard, Director of Career and Technical Education for the Chester County Intermediate Unit. And Dr. Joseph Fullerton, Assistant Director of Career and Technical Education for the Chester County Intermediate Unit. And Mrs. Bonnie Wolf, Chester County Intermediate Unit Board of Directors President. Also like to recognize Dr. Will Stout, the Superintendent of O&J Roberts School District. And Mr. Stephen Collar, Principal of O&J Roberts School District, and his amazing administrative team. Also, Dr. Daniel Goffredo, Superintendent of Great Valley School District. Dr. Alan Fagley, Superintendent of Phoenixville Area School District. And Dr. Richard Gusick, Superintendent of Tredyffrin Easttown School District. Preparing for tonight's graduation ceremony was a huge task, and I would like to recognize the following groups for their contribution in making tonight special. TCHS Pickering's secretarial staff, our custodial staff, our IT staff, and the O&J Roberts High School staff. Thank you so much. We are very fortunate at TCHS Pickering to have excellent support from our sending school administration, guidance team, and instructional staff. For all our sending school guests representing O&J Roberts, Great Valley, Tredyffrin Easttown, Phoenixville, and all other districts who are with us this evening, your dedication is outstanding, so thank you so much. The next group of people I would like to recognize represents the true heart and soul of TCHS Pickering. Throughout the year, they dedicate themselves to our school, always putting the needs of our students first. Would all of the TCHS Pickering academic teachers, guidance counselors, and staff members present tonight please stand to be recognized? In addition, will all of our CTE teachers stand to be recognized? And I'd also like to extend a huge thank you to my partner in crime, Dr. Patricia Binkley, our assistant principal. So now, please allow me to introduce Elijah Ross.
Good evening, family, faculty, administrators, and to my fellow graduating class members. Welcome to the TCHS Pickering 2022 graduation ceremony. The day we all thought was going to take forever to come is now upon us. We are closing a chapter of our lives as a new one opens. We are here today to look back on the accomplishments, the struggles, and the memories we made here today. My name is Elijah Ross, and I have attended TCHS Pickering for 3 years in the Health Career Pathways program. Health Career Pathways program really showed me how much I want to make a difference in this world. Coming into class, I thought I was going to be on my own, but I never was expecting the best teacher in the world. Ms. Karkoska, also known as Miss D, helped me so much through my high school experience. Not only is she a fantastic teacher, she is also the best mentor, someone who is always there for you, but even a better friend. I would also like to thank my mom for suggesting me for TCHS Pickering, and I would also like to thank my classmates over the years for making Health Career Pathways my favorite class. No one was prepared for the high school experience we had these past years. From quarantine, to being on a screen for hours, to wearing a mask outside, it has not been easy for us to get up each day. We have adapted into this new age that we have been going through for years. Each one of us have a specific skill set and we can use to help one another. We have discovered to be more resilient, flexible towards any situation that comes our way. The transition and changes I had to overcome in high school were more difficult than I could imagine. However, overcoming these changes made me mature so much more through these years. When I realized the school year was almost done, the pressure started to build up. Everyone knew what they wanted to do after high school, but I didn't. I kept trying to ask myself, how am I supposed to make a decision how everyone's going to be happy with? One night, I said to myself, this is my future. I control what I want to do, and no one can take that away from me. Tell it, baby! We must be true to ourselves and trust our gut as we go into this crazy world. We must be the best version of ourselves and help our communities as best as we can. I will be attending Mount St. Mary's University in the fall, and I will be majoring in exercise science. I am happy to say so confidently in my decision, and I would not be here today if it weren't for the support and guidance from my teachers and my family. With support of many people, I got to experience so much like competing in Skills USA and going to Valley Forge Casino and competing in HOSA. I would also like to thank a special thanks to Miss Murphy, even though she's not here tonight, for helping me with my 2 internships at Excel Physical Therapy and Planet Fitness. As of now, we look forward to seeing what comes next. Getting here is no easy task, and I am so proud of every single one of you. I hope for so much success and great accomplishments for you guys. Thank you so much for the memories of TCHS Pickering, and again, congratulate to the class of 2022. Now please allow me to introduce Dr. Patricia Binkley, Assistant Principal at TCHS Pickering.
At this time, it is my pleasure to recognize a number of groups of students for their wonderful accomplishments. First, 2 groups of hardworking, dedicated seniors who have accepted the challenge to strive for excellence in all aspects of their education. These elite students of the National Honor Society tonight wear blue and white cords, and National Technical Honor Society students wear silver and purple cords. Students, please rise and be recognized. Thank you. You may be seated. Next, we would like to honor the young men and women who have made the ultimate career decision to serve our country. Would our students who have enlisted in the military please rise? Thank you. You may be seated. We would like to recognize the students who are volunteer firefighters or first responders with their local fire companies. Please rise. We would also like to recognize the young men and women who have chosen to attend school to further their skills. Would all students attending a post-secondary school please rise? Thank you. You may be seated. We would like to recognize those students who have chosen to enter the workforce. Would all students who have already secured employment in their field of study please rise? Next, we recognize TCHS Pickering students who have had the opportunity to participate in an internship or a cooperative education experience. Local employers presented the students with valuable work experience and allowed students to practice their job skills, many in a paid environment while they are in school. Would all students who participated in an internship or a cooperative learning experience please rise? Thank you. You may be seated. Every career and technical education student has to take NOCTI skills test in their field of study. These students have received top scores locally, statewide, and nationally, and earned the prestigious Pennsylvania Skills Certificate. PA Skills Certificates, please rise. Thank you. You may be seated. Next, we recognize the achievements of students who have been recognized for individual growth, technical skills, or other personal achievement through the nomination of their instructors as a student of the quarter during this school year. All students who were recognized as a student of the quarter for marking periods 1, 2, 3, or 4, please rise. Thank you. Lastly, we recognize students who have stepped up as leaders outside of their programs and classrooms by serving in one of the following student organizations: student ambassadors, class officers, diversity club, student equity, FCCLA, FFA, HOSA, LINK, Pickering Pals, and Pride. Please rise. Thank you. You may be seated. Please allow me to introduce Mrs. Clara Morgan, school counselor at TCHS Pickering.
Good evening, faculty, family, and friends. I have the great honor of announcing the Senior Student of the Year. Senior Students of the Month are nominated and chosen by the faculty and staff of this school. Will the Senior Students of the Month please rise as I call your names? Kalia Lambert, Saphir Ingram, Taylor Payne, Victoria DeAndrea, Teddy Richardson, Elijah Ross, Perla Gonzalez Juan, Hannah McCallion, you may be seated. Each staff member then had the very difficult task of choosing one person from this year's great group to earn the title Senior Student of the Year. This year's winner is a member of National Honor Society, National Technical Honor Society, is on the Honor Roll, a Skills USA participant, president of the AM HOSA Future Health Professionals Chapter, and historian of the Pennsylvania State HOSA. She became our school's ever-present afternoon announcer and completed an internship at Echo Lake Retirement Senior Living Community. Mrs. Batchelor and Mrs. Brown said that this student is an absolute pleasure to have in class, a role model for peers, and that she has a positive attitude in approaching new tasks. Mrs. Mulford noted that this student has been an incredible asset to TCHS Pickering with an upbeat attitude, infectious laugh, and consistent professionalism. Mrs. Karkoska, her health career pathways instructor, said that she is kind and compassionate and that over the past 3 years, she has grown into a self-confident young woman who will excel in her chosen career path of becoming a geriatric nurse. I know this individual personally as one of the most respectful, considerate, and hardest working students whom I have had the pleasure of getting to know. Post-graduation, she plans to attend Delaware County Community College to major in nursing. The student chosen by our staff for the 2022 award is Health Career Pathways senior Taylor Payne. Taylor, you can come up and have the award. I would now like to invite our second senior speaker, Kalia Lambert, a full-time student from Tredyffrin Easttown School District.
Hi. Hi. Good evening, all. Welcome and thank you before attending, to all the teachers, parents, grandparents, friends, family members, boyfriends, girlfriends, and of course, the graduating class of 2022. Look at us, guys. This is not unreal. I believe I've talked to many of you throughout our years here, but to those who don't know, hi. I'm Callia Lambert, one of TCHS Pickering's senior class advisors and ambassadors, the Skills USA president, yearbook president, a member of the National Honor Society and the National Technical Honor Society. I do Pickering's morning announcements, and I'm the head photographer for many of our school events. I'll be attending Rosemont College in autumn and majoring in sociology to aid in the social understandings of my dream job, becoming a photojournalist. I couldn't have begun to involve myself in half of that list had it not been for my family. My mom, my dad and stepmom, my nana, grampy, aunts and uncles, and of course, my little sister, Aislinn, who's 4 years younger than me, but also one of my biggest motivators. Had it not been for her support, I have no idea where I'd be right now. Although, I probably know where those clothes I stole last week are. Stop stealing them. And then there's Pickering. This school has changed my life, and I'm sure it has for many of you. That does sound cheesy and cliche, but it really is the most simple way of putting it. The people here, kids and teachers alike, have pushed each other to keep pushing when we were at our darkest. I came to TCHS at the beginning of my 10th grade year, deep inside my mind and with little motivation to climb back out. When I met Mr. Al Tucker's 2019 to 2020 commercial and graphic arts class, I expected it to be much like the classes I'd had before, where it was so easy to get lost in the crowd. In Mr. Tucker's class, that was impossible. So I'd like to thank those who were there that day, month, and year. Those who immediately greeted me, took me on a tour, Joe Mama'd me, and embraced me in their CGA family. It hasn't changed even with our new instructor, Mr. Sanders. Our program family will continue to grow, and I feel so, so lucky to have been part of it. Of course, I couldn't forget the academics. How could I have survived high school without Mr. Caruso arguing with Mrs. DePaul or Mrs. Rooney for stealing his stapler every week? It was always Miss Rooney. Or how could I forget Miss Batcher's sarcasm and weekly discussions? There is no such thing as a too potatoey French fry. Or what about Miss Brown's theatrical voice that you could hear from down the hallway with the door closed? Or Miss Mulford's closet of Pop-Tarts, and Miss Bowman's several homework packets of credit card comparisons. Just kidding, I won't miss that. My point is, the memories that we make here, they don't stay here. They go with us wherever we're going. I cannot stress enough how much the school has meant to me. That's the thing about tech. Everyone who comes here has a past. Each and every person, we might not always get along with one another, but we all have this shared connection of knowing that everyone in this tight-knit community is alike in one way or another, no matter what other school students may say. We're not alone in our endeavors. Life is hard. Life is really hard and quite unfair, but if we can find friendships in such a diverse group of people with such diverse interests, I think we have an advantage. I'm most likely never gonna see many of you again by the end of today. That's the worst part about giving this speech. I have one final time to speak to you. Here's the thing. We may be friends, we may be acquaintances, we may not have gotten to know each other, or we may dislike each other altogether. No matter what, we all have made an impact on each other's lives, and we all have good memories with one another, like this one right now. Whether or not we're close friends isn't important today. We're a class. We're the class of 2022, and we made it here together with each other. We have made it to the beginning. I will miss you all dearly. Thank you for a truly memorable time, and congratulations once again to 22.
All right. Everybody good? Dry the tears. We're good? Okay. Now for the presentation of the class of 2022. You ready, Mrs. Wolf? All right, Mrs. Wolf, as principal of the Chester County Technical College High School Pickering campus, I hereby certify that the members of the class of 2022 have successfully met the regulations and standards of Chapter 4 for Career and Technical Education of the Pennsylvania State Board of Education and the program requirements of the school approved by the Chester County Intermediate Unit Board of Directors. Mrs. Wolf, it is my pleasure to present the class to you at this time.
Mrs. Petters, as president of the Chester County Intermediate Unit Board of Directors, it is my pleasure to accept your recommendations that these students have met the requirements of the State Board of Education and the Chester County Intermediate Unit. It is with great pleasure that on behalf of the Board of Directors that I confer onto them their certificates of occupational education as members of the class of 2022. Congratulations, graduates.
All right. At this time, we will begin to present their certificates. So starting off, Miss Angela Clayton for Allied Health, Phoenixville Hospital.
I would love to welcome Danush Gowda.
I am Julie Taney for Animal Science. You have Ashley Beauregard. Victoria DeAndrea. Skylar Mack. Kayla Mercer. Brianna Serranio.
John Scully with the Collision CTE. I would like to welcome Daniel Wynn.
Nate Buchanan, Automotive Service, Jack Day. Jason Santos. Joelle Espinal. Blaine Kugler. Brian Perez Tabora. And Nolan Rosenberry.
Good evening, everyone. For carpentry, Cullen Angelilli. Cody Brennan. Azir Crawford. Austin Kugler. Kevin McFairlane. Cody McQuiston. And Jeremy Schoenrock.
Mr. Sanders, Commercial Art and Design Media. James DeRazia. Evan Diskin. Anna Flores. Melanie Fusco. Riley Gathers. Caitlin Herkendahl. Kalia Lambert. Hannah McCallion. Chris Sullivan. Frankie Moore. Stephen Nadeau. Dylan Romero. Sahir Tanksley.
Debbie Nitok, Cosmetology, and the first is Tatiana Diaz. Elizabeth Geist. Jordan Hilwick. And Jasper Perry.
Brian Beal, Criminal Justice and Police Science. Enlisting in the Army National Guard, Joey Castro. Sierra Cooper. Emma Gallagher. Saphir Ingram. Amina Johnson. Kennedy Mason. Enlisting in the United States Marine Corps, Justin Myers. Enlisting in the United States Marine Corps, Brandon Potter. Alyssa Rhodes. Rachel Wasserman.
Nicole Sheridan, I would like to congratulate from Culinary Arts, Cameron Alston. Angela Fetterman. And Hannah McMillan.
Good evening. Sean Hicks, Digital Media and Sound Communications. Mr. Charlie Butcher. Diego Freiberger. Evan Gomez. Andrew Grunwald. Tommy McGarvey. Garrett Nabels. Garrett. Teddy Richardson. Jacob Scher. Cody Tanner. OG. And Nathan Wood.
Good evening. My name is Ellen Nutter, and I would like to congratulate Miss Ava DeBella. And Lily Rolick. Both from the Early Childhood Care and Education Program.
Tom Mabel, Electrical Occupations. First, Patrick Crawford. Nicholas Delicio. Alfred Miller. Mateo Miranda. Cole Washko.
Ron Stoom, Engine Technology. I welcome you, Timothy Barger. Jacob Bush. Samuel Chester. Noah Cogliano. Justin Lopez Cinquencia. Kelly Murray. Blaze Plord. Aiden Wren. Ryan Scott. Elizabeth Singley. Tyler Schneider.
Donna Karkoska, Health Career Pathways. Levi Garner. Perla Gonzalez 1. Treasure Hughes. Isabella Marcosi. Taylor Payne. Ariana Schmidt. And Elijah Ross.
Okay. Come on, Elijah. All right. So this is the big moment. The second to final speech that stands between you and graduation. And having you as a captive audience, which is a very rare occurrence, is really tempting to draw this out, but I'm going to do my best to make this as concise as possible. But as some of you know, I love to drop some Petter's words of wisdom on you before you leave, so hang in there with me. First, oh, you can clap. Thank you. I was going to say, we could go through everybody who's had Petter's words of wisdom. So since this is a farewell speech, I have to do what I've been dreading to do for a while now. So first, will the incredible staff who are retiring this year please stand? First, I have to apologize to you. I'm really sorry I was really short at the retiree luncheon the other day. I literally ran in and ran out, but honestly, I wasn't ready. Plus, I was eating a sandwich, so I didn't want to disrupt that. But these incredible people who just stood before you are amazing human beings, and they have dedicated their professional and sometimes personal lives to work at TCHS Pickering. They have mentored, inspired, encouraged, motivated, loved, and cared for us, you and me both. To say that it has been an honor and a privilege to work alongside of you and more. So to be your friend is putting it lightly. I'm pretty sure I can speak on behalf of the staff and the students and the families and the administration when we say thank you for changing the lives of everyone you have interacted with at TCHS. We are better because of you, and we will continue to get better in tribute of you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. All right, next to our graduates. It would be a lie to say that this was easy for me to write this year. Usually I have a theme or a topic that pops in my head and just comes to me. But you, class of 2022, you were tough. But Not because there's nothing to say, but because you are such a dynamic, complex, fascinating group of individuals that to truly capture you in a speech would be impossible. So instead, I'm going to tell you about the 5 things that I learned from the class of 2022. Here it goes. First, TCHS Pickering clearly has the world's greatest bathrooms in the entire world. And I'm not sure if it's because like the incredible lighting or it's just like a super luxurious space, but some of you spent a whole lot of time in there and it can't not be one of those things. So not to mention the amount of selfies that were taken in there and I have had to be witness to. So I'm gonna need to talk to our maintenance team about making some changes for next year, okay? All right, we're done with that. Second, I see you come in every day. PJ pants, cowboy hats, blankets as capes. It is quite a sight. But man, can you all really clean up really well? Like this class is one well-dressed group of individuals when you tell them that there is prom. I had to do double takes to recognize some of your children because I had no idea who they were. Well done. The third thing I have learned from the class of 2022 is apparently no one actually enjoys me singing to them in the morning, so I'm going to take note of that, but I don't know if I'm going to change that, so I am not singing right now. All right. Fourth, when it comes to heart, this class blows my mind. The honesty, the openness, the willingness to try and help us all be better, it truly leaves me in sheer awe of the bravery you each showed every day. TCHS Pickering serves 24 different districts, not to mention the varied experiences, cultures, beliefs, and personalities that you each brought to school. To be willing to listen, to communicate, to try and understand one another is something that made me realize how much I still have to learn. Thank you. Thank you for teaching me. Thank you for working with me. And thank you for motivating me to continue to strive to be a better person for each of our students. Thank you. All right, and this is the last one. But this may be the most important, so I need you to listen up on this one. When I was in 6th grade, I was bullied mercilessly. I had big old poofy hair, I had braces, I had freckles, I had glasses, I had a lot of things going on. You know how that goes. But my parents would sit down when I was in tears and they would look at me and they would say, "Erin, just remember, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words and names will never hurt you." That was the first time I realized that my parents ever lied to me. Because that was supposed to be like an emotional moment. I didn't think there was going to be laughter there. But while sticks and stones absolutely hurt, names and words can be equally, if not more, damaging. Sometimes it's the words that are said, and sometimes it's the words that are not said. Regardless, the impact of that can be devastating and life-lasting. Class of 2022, choose your words carefully. They can bring hope and joy, but also devastation and loneliness. Your words will leave a longer impression than anything you do or create. So make your legacy one that inspires and promotes peace and kindness and most of all, love. We all need that. No matter what our choices are, what we believe, what we do, how we choose to live our lives, we all need love. TCHS Pickering graduates know that with this farewell, we may be saying goodbye, but we also say that we see you right now, right at this moment. We know what you are capable of. And with my final words to you as your principal, know that we love you. At this point, it is my pleasure to introduce the TCHS Pickering Senior of the Year and the official closer of this evening's events, Ms. Taylor Payne.
Good evening, graduates, staff, students, families, and every part of the TCHS Pickering family. As I stand here today, looking over everyone, I cannot believe how surreal this moment is. If you had asked me 3 years ago if I had wanted to speak at graduation, I would have turned that opportunity down immediately. Over the past 3 years of being at TCHS Pickering, I have seen myself grow in a way I never thought was possible. First, I wanted to give a huge thank you to my mom because she has supported me through everything no matter what. She also helped me through a long mental health journey, and I cannot thank you enough, Mom, for everything you have done for me. You have helped me grow while watching me grow up to be a daughter you can be proud of. I want to thank my 2 best friends that have been by my side all year, Kelly Murray and Emma Gallagher. They both have made my senior year the best it could have been. I love being in Miss Brown's class where we would tell everyone everything happening in our lives. I swear they could tell their whole life stories and not miss a single thing. Next, I want to thank Miss D, most of all. She has helped me grow into the person I am today because of the amazing opportunities she has given me, like HOSA. She asked me 3 years ago if I wanted to be a state officer, and I said yes with a lot of hesitation. And I cannot thank her enough for pushing me outside of my comfort zone. If it wasn't for Miss D, I wouldn't have been able to stand up here in front of all you speaking. When we went to our state leadership conference in Valley Forge, we practiced over and over and over again. I have never spoken in more than 20 people, but there I have spoken in front of 900 or more people. I was scared and did not think I could do it, but Miss D was by my side the whole time. I had a small panic attack and walked out on one of those practices because I was so overwhelmed and didn't think I could do it. But when the state leadership conference was over on that Friday, I went back to the stage and I looked and I could not believe I spent 3 whole days standing on that stage in front of 900 plus people talking and awarding students. That was the most terrifying experience I have ever had, but I could not have done it with Miss D not by my side. I want to thank all the teachers for helping me throughout the years and pushing me to do my best, showing us students that you're more than just teachers. You are our family. I also want to give a huge congratulations and thank you to those teachers that are retiring this year. Mrs. Neatok, Mrs. Brown, and Mrs. D. Mrs. Brown helped me learn to love oh my God, I cannot speak. Learn to write again, yep. Always made class fun, especially with our DOLs. She always said, make sure you don't make any silly, sloppy, careless mistakes. Every point counts. Misty helped me learn to love who I am and helped me grow to the person I have always wanted to be. I am very grateful for being able to deliver the last speech to the graduating class of 2022. Over the past 3 years of being here at TCHS Pickering, I have learned so much from many teachers, aides, and families. I did not have the greatest start here at TCHS Pickering due to my own fault, but once I came here full-time in 11th grade, I knew I had to be more open and explore who I was. The most memorable moment is when Miss Lunger in our class for the first year. She was so funny and so caring. This year, I got to talk to her every day at lunch, and she helped me learn who I was by her own advice. She told me a lot of funny stories about her family as well. She always made jokes that make me laugh and feel better when I was down. As we leave here today, I want everyone to realize that high school is something to remember and be proud of. We all have those moments in life that we regret, but everything does happen for a reason. It happens so you can learn and build from that mistake or experience. Life is always going to be a rocky road, and it won't always go your way. But you have to remember to make life yours. Don't let people justify it for you. Step on those stepping stones of yours and experience life through your own eyes. The next step after we graduate today isn't going to be picture perfect, but we sure as hell can make it picture perfect in our own eyes. Up until recently, I felt apprehensive whenever I thought about finishing school and starting a new chapter. But standing here today after going through my senior year, I am filled with bliss and excitement to venture into another world and offer all I have learned. This isn't a goodbye, this is a see you later. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I now present you the 53rd graduating class of Technical College High School Pickering campus. Will the class of 2002 please rise and perform the final task of our senior year? At this time, I will lead the class of the turning of the tassels to mark our official graduation. It's left to right, by the way. Which way? There it is. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Now we're graduated. Yep.
All right, congratulations, seniors! Oh, there they go. All right, seniors, take a seat. We're going to be dismissing. Families, feel free to meet your seniors up at the back where they came in. Have a wonderful evening, everyone, and thank you. Seniors, sit. We're going to dismiss.